Hello, hello everyone. This is Rahila Ehsan, and we are going to start a new lesson from 10th grade. That is electrostatics. What is electrostatics? Electrostatic is the branch of science which deals with the static charge and the properties and the applications and all the related phenomena related to the static charge. So, what is a static electricity? Electrostatic deals with the study of forces, fields, and potential arising from static charge. Okay, so whatever force is electrostatic force, what is the electric field of a static charge, and what is the potential of electric charge. We all of these things are being studied in this electrostatics. So static electricity means stationary electric charges. Static electricity causes an object to attract and repel other objects. So like charges, they repel each other, and opposite charges, they attract each other. Static electricity can be useful. Why it is useful? Because it is important in the process of photocopying, in dust precipitation to clean up industrial emissions, and in crop spraying. So this is overall applications or usefulness of static charge. We usually use this in our daily life. So what is static charge? Static charge, you know that every non-living and living thing is made up of atoms. And what is atom? Atom is basically made up of three particles: negatively charged electron, positively charged proton inside the nucleus, and neutral charge neutron inside the nucleus. So this is basically the structure of the atom, and this structure is basically responsible for the creation of all living things and non-living things. Now, how do we say that a body is positively charged or negatively charged? A body is positively charged if the negatively charged electron is lesser than the positively charged proton. And a body is negatively charged, is negatively electrified if the electrons are greater than the protons. And we can say that a body is neutral or does not have a charge if the electrons and protons are in equal amount. Now, what are conductors and insulators? Conductors are those materials through which electricity and heat can pass. For example, silver, gold, copper, and all metals, they are good conductors of electricity. Insulators, on the other hand, are those materials through which electricity cannot pass. Like, for example, rubber, glass, oil, diamond, dry wood, and etc. So, on the basis of the flow of charge from material, we classified materials on two categories: conductors, insulators. Now, charging methods. How can we charge a neutral object or a body? We can charge through the three methods, like charging by friction, charging by electrostatic induction, charging by conduction. Now, we will discuss one by one in detail. Charging by friction. You can charge any neutral object through friction, through rubbing an object over another object. Okay, for example, this is electrons gained by rod. This is a polythene rod, and you have another object that is full of positively charged electrons. So you what you did you rub this object on this material, and as a result both the objects are electrified. And in the same way, you can simply make an uncharged object positively or negatively charged through rubbing. Charging by induction. What is meant by induction? Induction means inducing, or inducing means to enforce, to induce something, to propel something forcefully in something. For example, this is two metal spheres are mounted on insulating stands. Okay, these are two metal spheres, and they are neutral. So what do? You bring an object near to it that is charged, or that is negatively charged, and as a result one of the sphere will get positively charged, and as a result the adjacent, the next sphere will get negatively charged because of the induction. Okay, so you induce charge to nearby objects, and this charging of the objects will continue in a lateral way. So the presence of a charge induces electron to move from sphere A to sphere B. The two sphere is polarized. You create poles over here, and this pole is transferred. This polarization is transferred to the next sphere, and hence it is transferred to the next sphere. Sphere B is separated from sphere A using the insulating stain. The two spheres have opposite charges. The excess charge distributes itself uniformly over the sphere of the. If you remove the charged object from the two spheres, what will happen? Both the spheres will gain their original condition of charge. Charging by induction is the same. First there is a neutral sphere, and then you induce, you bring a negatively charged rod over near to it, and then electrons leave the sphere through the conducting wire, and then negatively charged rod is removed, and then the sphere becomes and remains positively charged. The third way is charging by conduction. Charging by conduction is that you you charge a metal sphere through a conduction process. How? That when the aluminium plate is touched to the metal sphere, for example, this is the aluminium plate, and it touches to the metal sphere, electrons are drawn off the sphere onto the aluminium plate. Electrons move from this aluminium to the sphere, and as a result, what will happen? The aluminium plate has less positive charge, and the metal sphere now has excess of positive charge. So you actually transfer the charge from one object to another object through conduction process. Okay, so here in this process, keep in mind that here actually the charge being transferred from one object to another object. So I hope that you have understood the methods of charging the materials. So stay happy and do study. Have a nice time.